You have been warned. That's the message to Metro Schools. It comes from the attorney for a high-ranking administrator who's accusing the district of pay discrimination.
She says if you're a woman and not a friend of the school's director, Metro Schools will not pay you as much as it pays men. That administrator first told her story to News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams, and he's following the very latest developments. Phil.
Well, the woman's lawyer, Gary Blackburn, sent this letter to Metro Schools this week. He's still waiting for an answer, but Blackburn tells me if it becomes necessary to file a lawsuit, the district cannot say it was not warned.
But there's definitely a greater salary going towards people who are new and males. We see some difference there.
Dr. Sean Turner, a well-respected 25-year veteran of Metro Schools, first stepped forward with the allegations of pay disparities. Disparities where men are placed on a higher-paying support classification, while women are often placed on a lower-paying certificated classification, even if their jobs don't actually require teaching certificates.
Dr. Turner thought that this problem was so obvious and so subject to being repaired, fixed, that she would give them an opportunity to do this without the necessity of a lawsuit.
Lawyer Gary Blackburn sent a letter to Director of Schools Dr. Sean Joseph demanding a prompt, thorough, and meaningful investigation into those pay disparities. Blackburn says he's identified at least 25 women who have a case. Joseph's office responded with an email to board members saying the differences in the two pay scales is a disparity that dates back to at least 2006, suggesting the current administration is not to blame.
If they've allowed it to persist for years, how can you not blame them? My clients haven't had the ability to fix this, but they do.
We have several friends of the administration and spouses that are making extra money above other people.
Joseph's team has faced criticism from school board member Amy Frog and others that they've exacerbated the problem by paying their own friends above the district's approved pay scales. One often mentioned example, Cumberland Elementary Principal Carolyn Cobbs, who has a master's degree, gets paid a base salary of $120,000 a year. The official pay schedule shows her pay should top out at $108,000. In fact, several longtime elementary principals with doctorate degrees are capped at $111,000.
She's at Cumberland, which was one of our lowest performing schools, and we searched for someone extraordinary to be there, and she fit that bill.
But a recent confidential HR report by the Nashville law firm of Bone McAllister said deviations from the district's approved pay scales was an overriding concern among employees. Quote, several principals indicated that while they were at the very top of the pay scale for principals based on education and experience, there were other principals with less experience and less education whose salary was higher than that provided by the same pay scale. Failing to fix the problem, the law firm said, would be unconscionable.
When you have an independent audit by a law firm that you have hired and paid, and they say that your practices are unconscionable, wouldn't any reasonable employer listen?
In the case of Dr. Turner, she says school officials refused to hear her concerns. After she persisted, she believes they set out to retaliate against her. Dr. Joseph's office has told the board that they are still looking into those allegations. Vicki?
Phil, thank you.